guys, welcome back to our channel, Spilling the Tea with K&J. I'm Shakita.
I'm Jessica.
And Christian is our co-host for today. So I know we've been gone for a few weeks. We're sorry, but we're back and ready to get back into the swings of things. And we wanted to come back something we both care about, something that's very much at the topic of discussion, especially around the women community.
Yep.
And today's podcast is going to be about the Roe versus Wade and the overturn of the abortion law.
Yep, because we got a lot to say about that. We feel some type of way. So
yeah, especially because they're a woman.
Thanks, Chris. Go ahead. So it's a very much hot topic. I definitely believe as a woman, especially as a woman, especially a black woman, it's a very much. I feel like it's a war on women. And people are like, that's far, but it's not really far fetched. It's crazy how another group of people can pass or decide a whole nother group of people of destiny or faith, and how they're supposed to go about their lives.
Yeah.
If you don't know what Roe versus Wade is, it's an abortion law that was passed in 1973, January 22nd, 1973, was a law to protect women's rights and women's right to choice and choose whether they're going to keep a baby or to terminate a baby or not. It was really legal, pretty much legal in all 50 states, but in June of this year, they overturned it. And we have at least like 12 or 13 states that's currently that you cannot get abortion in.
That's banned it completely, and then you got certain states that banned it at like 6 weeks, 12, I think 6 weeks, 16 weeks.
Gestational age. They do it like gestational. Yeah. A lot of us, women are everywhere. Some of us who are in those states that you cannot get abortions now, you got to be very strategic now. You have to travel. Mm-hmm. You have to be... go out of your way. You have to get more help now because the clinics or the people that was there to help you now aren't able to help you now. I was just wondering, like, my main thing about the whole abortion thing, about the Roe versus Wade thing is like, what was the reason to overturn it? And my belief, and comment if you feel like it's something else, or if you have more information about it, I truly believe like everything when it comes to women or these type of laws really is governed around like religion.
Yep.
Christianity or Catholic, because most religious religion that I'm thinking about, it's a sin to get an abortion.
Yep.
So it's like they use, even though you're not supposed to bring religion into politics. You can't even bring religion into schools. No. But yet y'all bring religion into politics, and it's actually crazy to me. And I keep hearing that, and I really truly hate like y'all use God and Jesus to do the devil's work.
Yep.
Because it's no reason why y'all feel like, we get to tell these women, control these women where they can have these kids or have these babies. For one thing, not everybody is fit to be a mother.
That's first. That's
first
true.
thing, and not everybody fit to be a father. But I understand, like, we as women, we have all the power. We give life.
Yeah.
We give life. We are breeder of life. We carry life inside, and we give life as well. We are nurturing individuals. Not all of us are, but women are seen as nurturing, individual people. And because we have so much power, we should actually have the power to say what we want to do. This law that was passed by men, with really no women was on the panel, is ridiculous to me. I feel like this should have been a vote on women. Women should have came together in all 50 states, a women community in every state, and we should have had a vote about this. It shouldn't have been a reason why men decided this vote about us. Because when you think about it, we have children because we want to. Back in the day, men only have children to either carry their name, to do their handiwork, to lock a woman down. Like, don't believe that men do not trap women with children, because they do. Because they truly do. Especially back in the day when all men really wanted was a son. So you was forced to have a baby. Even with the whole like kings and queens, Egypt, like all those things, you had to have a son. I was just watching Gladiator the other day, the one with Russell Crowe, and the daughter, his daddy said to her, like, only if you had been born a man, you would have been a great Caesar. How come she couldn't be Caesar? Because she was a girl.
That was just like on Coming to America too.
Oh,
Eddie Murphy, he didn't have any sons, but he had those daughters, and
she had been she was training for the whole life.
Exactly. Then when he found out he had that son, then it all became about him, because it was better that the firstborn son took over and not the firstborn daughter.
Which is crazy. Women are just equal to rule, just as men. Just because you're a woman, you bleed once a month, mean that you can't make good decisions. Men have been ruling our world for thousands of years, and I have seen any progression on the behalf of men.
But that's what I think that the law, like, because I agree with it, but then I don't agree with it. I don't agree with the fact that it was a whole bunch of men at the table when they made the decision to ban the abortions. But I do agree with, them banning abortions to a certain extent. Like, I feel like women nowadays don't hold themselves to a higher standard. Like, we don't hold ourselves to the standard that we supposed to. Like, it's women out here who not cautious with their body, who don't care who they give their body to. Like, so it's like, we have a choice. We got the choice in the beginning. So I kind of agree, but then I don't agree. Like, if you got raped or molested or something like that, then I'll be like, okay, you should be able to have that choice to get an abortion. Even if you're young and you make that's under 18 and you make that decision, you should have a decision to, like, either keep it or get away with it. I mean, keep it or get rid of it. But if you're 21 and up, I feel like whatever decision that you making those decisions solely based upon yourself, because you're supposed to hold yourself to a higher standard. If you messing with somebody and you're not ready for a responsibility of a baby, then it's plenty of ways to protect yourself. It's plenty of ways to not get put in that situation. So when you are, like, until you're ready for that. So I kind of agree, but then I don't agree.
Anything against a child should automatically be a go or automatically be a yes. We know it's been so many horror stories about these young girls who've been molested, about their uncles and their fathers and their stepfathers and their brothers who get raped and they get pregnant by these men, and they get to have the abortion. Even of a woman who's raped, even a young girl that's raped, you should automatically be given the after pill, the morning after pill. I know in rape cases is when you go to a hospital, you tell about your rape and they take you to the hospital, you get a rape kit done. They automatically give you a lot of doses of medication, and also when the medication gives you the morning after pill. I guess during them times and they're not going to give you that. Why should I have to carry my rapist baby?
Exactly.
Why should I have to be traumatized twice now?
Exactly.
And that baby have to carry the burden of what happened to you.
And that's why I said, like, I agree with that.
That's insane.
That's why I said I agree with that part.
That's insane. Not only are you asking a lot of the woman, but you asking a lot of the child too. Because how am I going to look at you and not see what happened to me? It's going to take a lot for you to do that. And
to love you.
To love you.
A kid.
And even if you're able to give your child up for adoption, just even thinking about that, if you force women to have children, they're not ready to keep the adoption thing is going to rise. Because, and if you think about the adoption, you think about DTFS. We all know social services is not where it needs to be. We see so many kids fall through the cracks of the system every day. Now y'all willing to put more kids into that system so y'all can what?
Maybe the system is put in place to make women hold themselves accountable more days. Maybe by them banning abortions, that women will actually go and get on birth control or go and take the precautions that they need to take for themselves. So it won't be motherless children out here. It won't be, women having kids, just to have kids, or it won't be mistakes or mishaps. Kids born out of wedlock.
I disagree, because a lot of people aren't motherless, but they're fatherless. And what are we doing about that? You know how many men are walked away from their family and women are just raising these kids by themselves? I'm a single mother. Jessica's a single mother. Yeah. And where's their father? Chilling, living the good life, kicking the bobos.
That's what I'm saying.
What has been done by them? Like, why don't they have to go get vasectomies? Oh, since you don't want to take care of this first baby, you can't have no more kids now because you're unable and you're incapable of taking care of your children. That should be something done on men too, because you have so many men who have more than one baby mamas, and all these women are ending up alone. Yes, it starts with the woman, but men also have to be held accountable for these children that bring into the world as well. We should not have to bear the labor of raising these kids on our own. Yes, it's our decision because we bear children. We are able to give birth to children, but we do not make these babies on our own. It's impossible to make a child by yourself. So we both need to be held accountable. So it should be the law to pass on both of us, on both our behalf, not just women. It's like y'all reprimanding women for what? And I also feel like it's a race thing because white people are becoming a minority. So it's so many reasons behind this bill, not just women. That's not as men, but also race things, because white people are becoming a minority. Our people of color, people of other ethnic groups are becoming more of the what's the word I'm looking for?
The majority.
The majority.
That's okay. So I agree with that too. But it's just like women, we got the choice in the beginning. We have the choice in the beginning. You have the choice to lay down. You have the choice to take precautions for yourself. You have the choice to tell a motherfucker to put a condom on if that's what the case is, so you won't have a baby, so you won't be putting yourself in that situation. Cause like I said, like nobody perfect at the end of the day, but with this law being in place,
so strict.
I feel like it shouldn't trigger women to be like, we don't have the laws. It should trigger them to think like, damn, maybe I do need to take more precaution for myself if I'm really not ready to have a baby. Like, because at the end of the day, like, when you do have a baby with somebody and then that daddy walk away, it's like you could have prevented that if you would have just used protection, or if you would have just used precaution, or if you would have just checked out the red flags. Because 9 times out of 10, if a man walks away out of a kid life, then that means that he shows you red flags before you even got pregnant by him. So it's like we gotta take responsibility too, because we're the ones keep having these kids, and now they don't have fathers. Like, you got 3 baby daddies, ain't none of them around, but you keep choosing the same dude, and you keep choosing to have a baby with the same dude, and it's like same dude, different body. So it's like you got the choice.
No, it's different men, same body.
Different men, same body.
Yeah,
exactly. That's correct.
Y'all know what you're talking about. But
I'm just saying, like, that just
but I feel like it's. I don't like the fact that we are affected by it. We as women, with a whole race of us. I feel like it's definitely a time for us to stand in our power. It's definitely time for us to come together more. The women's rights movement was a huge movement, and I feel like it's definitely another opportunity for us to get back out there and do it again, because I feel like we've been taking this, I'm not saying we all been taking this laying down, but where's the fight? You know, we can't just let people do stuff for us and we don't stand up for ourselves. But I definitely feel like we do hold the power, we do hold the key to these children being born into this world. You don't have to have a baby if you don't want to. You don't have to lay with a man when you want to. And I also feel like this. She told me she was having a conversation with another woman. If you don't feel comfortable asking a man to put on a condom, you don't need to be in your situation. If you're not comfortable asking a man, let me see your penis before we have sex, let me sure you ain't got nothing in your penis. Like, checking a man out fully in physical
or just
form,
going to get STD tested
getting
before y'all do it.
asking him to put on protection. You don't need to be laying down with him.
Exactly.
You shouldn't even care if he feels offended. If he gets offended for you to lay down when you ask for protection, I mean, he's laying down like that with all the women. That red flag just went off in your head. Like, I don't need to lay down with him.
Yep.
They show you who they are. You just choose to believe that it's not that because you want to be with them. You want to give them a benefit of the doubt. But the whole benefit of the doubt
you want to have fun.
But you want to have fun. You end up with a child that you're not ready for.
And then it's like now you can't get rid of it. So it's like now you sitting there, you blaming a man because he get to walk away. But at the end of the day, you had the choice in the beginning to say, put this on, or I'm on this, or you know what, I'm not even gonna do this with you until I decide to get married to you. Because at the end of the day, if we gonna take it back to the Bible, none of us should be doing it without being married. To be honest with you, we're gonna take it back to the Bible. So if we all was living by the Bible,
we won't be no laws to even pass, huh, Jessica?
It wouldn't be no
laws to pass.
Like, for real. I'm just for real, because like I said, it all striked up from me having a conversation with my coworker. Like, she just said, like, we were just having a conversation about it, and you know, she was saying like women don't have a choice. Like, now I'm sitting here pregnant with a baby and he get the choice to walk away and say that he's not gonna be there for the baby. But it's like, if you would have took the precaution in the beginning as a woman and was like, okay, put this on, or I'm on birth control, so I'm covered by myself already, but I still want you to protect yourself too, because at the end of the day, like, y'all not married. Like, and then if you're not married to somebody, they up for free deals with anybody. You could deal with anybody with that person if y'all not married to each other. So it's like, it's no real commitment. If you ask me, like, if you ain't married, it's no real commitment. Like, you free game, period. So it's like, if you ain't protecting yourself in the beginning as a woman, holding yourself to a higher standard, knowing that this is just a night of fun and I ain't gonna let this ruin my night, I'm gonna make sure I protect myself.
Yeah. I just feel like if you also thinking about it that way, maybe it also is a trick to make women get married, because a lot of women are not getting married. A lot of women are starting to be what? Bosses, entrepreneurs, and setting up for themselves. And I'm not gonna get married. I'm not gonna let this man choose what I'm gonna do for my life, and I'm not gonna, wait for a man to come around and save me. I'm not a damsel in distress. I could do for myself, and I feel like it's also about that too, because a lot of women are opting not to get married and have these children.
Yep.
So it's like, dang, we can't do nothing to them, because now they not thirsty to get married no more. They not thirsty to have these kids anymore. They're out here raising wealth and
that's true.
raising they self accountable and they all going on girls trip and they all raising each other up. And we ain't got time for no more, because back in the old days, women were what's the word on the objects?
Yeah, we just stayed in the house, cooked, clean, took care of the kids.
It's like you couldn't even do anything unless you had a man.
Yep.
You couldn't do nothing. Like if you didn't have a man to come save you, you wasn't gonna be nothing. You gonna live with your parents for the rest of your life.
A damsel in distress. That's what you said. Yeah.
We're not damsels in distress anymore.
Yeah. Now women are just as equal as men these days. Like, you could stand up to a man financially, physically, mentally, emotionally. Probably not physically, because they probably can still beat you up. But I'm just saying, any other way you can stand up to a man, it's like we're equals now. And I feel like most men can't handle that either. That's why some men trap women with babies. But if you protect yourself, then you won't be trapped.
Yeah. But I also feel like it still is a war on us, because I feel like they also see how powerful we have become in the last couple of years, especially this new generation of women coming up now. They're not just taking it anymore. They're not just laying down. I don't need to be dealing with you. I'm not going to let you just treat me anyway and just like wait for you to come around. No, I'm just going to go out and do me and raise myself and do my life and then raise my kids on my own. And if you choose to be a woman to just take care of your kids on your own, and that's the most admirable thing you can do. A lot of us has been forced to put in a situation to raise our children by ourselves and things like that. And I mean, it's something we have to do. I mean, what if a man left you and you decided, okay, if you don't want the baby, I don't want the baby, what we gonna do with it?
We give it up for adoption.
What if I'm getting divorced right now? What if I didn't want Christian and his daddy didn't want him? What would we do with Christian? And he's 7 years old. I could just take him to the orphanage because I didn't agree to raise a child by myself. I just agreed to be married and have a partnership.
That's true.
So what if I didn't want him? You know, it's just like, who does that? Like, who doing that? You know, we take a lot of a burden. Even if you're married.
But that's when the courts come involved too. It's like, I feel like if you married to somebody and then y'all get a divorce, I feel like it's easier to set in place the visitation, it's easier because it's like y'all already was in the household together. So now when you get into the divorce, everything is included in. Sometimes I thought that everything is included in the divorce, where you can get the joint custody, you can figure that out. And
it becomes even harder because sometimes one of the people are bitter, and whoever's bitter in the relationship, not everybody's gonna be bitter. Because it takes a lot for two people to come together. Even though our relationship work out, we still have to be here for these kids. Yeah, it takes a lot of maturity. Like we could still be mature for our child, and some people are bitter, and some people just go through the lengths to make the other person like they life live in hell. So it's like when it's not always rainbows when you get married to a man too, because a lot of women who are married, you're a single parent, and I also know how that feels because my husband used to work a lot, so I raised my son by myself. He was at work a lot, especially when he was first born. So I raised him by myself that first year of his life. So it's like a lot of them can also account to that as well. I'm married, but my husband isn't even here. Yeah. So this house runs on just me.
So you like a single parent too.
So it's like either way it goes, when I leave him or he leaves me, nothing in my life really changes other than you being here permanently, not being here permanently. You know.
But the roles still stay the same.
The roles still stay the same. But I also feel like with this strict laws that's in place right now, as women, we definitely need to take more accountability for our actions. I'm all for getting down what it gets down. Do your shit, boo boo. Do your shit. Me too. But just be cautious and protect yourself. And you can keep doing what you're doing. And the whole birth control thing is a whole different conversation, because birth control is not always the best idea, because we all respond different to birth control. Some people that shit get lodged in you. That shit make your hair fall out. That shit make you sick all the time, gain weight, mood swings,
irregular period.
It's a good idea, but not all women are going to adjust to birth control.
That's true.
So it's like the most safest way is just use a condom.
Use a condom.
And don't sleep around a lot of men. And protect yourself, because those them soul ties through sex is real. And whoever he's sleeping with, whoever you slept with, y'all all got each other's energy into each other. So be cautious. Confirmation with that. So just make sure y'all protecting your energy. Period. Men and women. You don't want to be laying down with all these people this man have laying with, because you don't know what kind of energy they're laying around with. Now you have their demons and energy attached to you. Yep. Your second chakra is now blocked.
Yep. So that's all. We just wanted to see what y'all think about it. See, get y'all opinion on what y'all feel about the abortion laws taking place. Leave us some likes, some shares, some comments, because we definitely want to hear our comments, because I really want to hear the comments, because I want to see, what y'all think about the abortion law and how y'all feeling about it and what y'all think about our opinion on it, because, everybody should have a voice in this situation, because we all women.
Our voice matters.
And our voices do matter, and we do have the right to share our opinion and say how we feel. So it's like, we like to hear from y'all and see what y'all think about this
Before
situation.
this happened, I always feel like all women deserve to have at least one abortion, because we all been there before. I haven't been there before. I haven't had the opportunity to use my choice yet, but I feel like we all should have at least one. Like I'm not saying we all should, because a lot of people get married and have all the kids they meant to have in the world, but if you are a single woman out here and you're younger out here and something happens, or something that you wasn't expecting to happen to you, because even if you're the most cautious, you're most safe, it always can happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Yep. But I also feel like everybody should be able to have one. Every woman should be entitled to have one.
Yeah, because you fuck up, you mess up one time and then get it over with and then just go about your business.
And if you have 10, that's your right.
That's your
and
right.
who wants somebody to take that away from you? Who am I to judge you? Shit, you ain't want to. I actually applaud women who do it, because it's some women who keep their kids and treat their kids so terribly.
But if you know you don't want kids, why not just take the precautions? Like, why have to keep putting your body through this many abortions or keep having to do the same thing over and over again if you know eventually you're not ready for kids? Why not just take the risk and go put yourself on birth control then? Why not just take that risk? Like, that's my whole thing. Like, if you know you're not ready for that responsibility, and you know that most men are nasty and they don't take care of themselves, but they half the time don't give a fuck who they land with as long as they get the goods from your ass, why not take the precaution as a woman? Why not do the right thing and just take care of yourself? Like,
but I also feel like we all need to be holding each other accountable, men and women. Because when a woman decides to have a baby and you tell the man that you're having a baby that he don't want to have the baby, he walks away, I kind of believe that he kind of has that right in a small way, because that's a decision that two people need to come together and make. Children are supposed to be raised by two people. It's hard being a single parent. So if you decide to take on that right and just be a single mother on your own and he walks away, you should not chase that man down for child support. You chose to bring that baby in the world and chose to do what you need to do for yourself. You can't just say, well, are you going to help me anyway if you're going to give me child support? Why should he have to give you child support when you chose to bring the baby to the world that he wasn't ready for?
Exactly.
And I've been in that situation.
And then if he don't want to be there, that's why it's always child support. Niggas talk about they don't want to be put on child support, but if we made this baby together and you decide to walk away, that's when child support come in. Yeah, you're not going to be there in the physical, but you're going to be there financially. Even if it take you a year or two to get it, you're still going to get it if you stay on top of it and do what you need to do for yourself. Like, at the end of the day, so it's like, you got a choice too. You got a choice.
Do you think they should be on child support? They chose, if you tell them that you're pregnant and you don't want to, and they don't want the baby?
But the abortion law, yeah, because I feel like if we both made this mistake together and I gotta sit up here and take care of it and you want to walk away, I feel like you should at least be able to give financially if you decide that you don't want to be there at all. Something got to come out your pocket because you created the seed with me. Yeah. So something got to give, and I feel like that's where the child support come in there, because child support basically is if a man don't want to be there physically and take care of his kid, he got to do it financially. And of course, they not gonna fight you on if the man say he don't want full custody, but or joint custody, but they gonna tell that man he got to pay you every 2 weeks. But they ain't gonna make him see him, because if you think about the custody shit too, it's like,
it kind of
the woman can get in trouble. The woman can get in trouble for not allowing the child to see the father, but the father don't get in trouble if they don't see the kid or he don't pick up the kid on his time. So it's like
you lose. It's like you lose. You don't get child support. You don't get him here to help, and then you don't get nothing. It's really like a backward system against women. It's like it's literally, if you look at the system, it's like we win and we lose some. That's why if you're gonna have a baby with somebody, without somebody, that's you. It's all on you. It's sad to say, but it really do falls back on us. And this really is a hard burden to bear. Not only do we raise the kids on our own, we got to take care of our health mentally, spiritually, financially. You got to take care of these kids in the exact same way you take care of yourself. You got to keep up a household. You got to keep up a job. You got to keep up your friendship if you got those relationships. It's hard as hell.
Yep.
It's hard as hell. So if you don't want to deal with all that, they going crazy. But it is a hard edge thing to go through. So if you don't want to carry that burden right now in your life, take precautions. Get on birth control. Use condoms. sleep with only one man if you can. And if that man you've been sleeping for a long time, you get pregnant by him, you keep the baby, he should already know what it is. Because ain't no way my long time boyfriend walk out on me because I got pregnant.
Exactly.
You should have known. If he was the type of man anyway, you shouldn't have been dealing with him. Period.
Yep. So what I always saying is take precaution, and like we said,
That's
we
right.
do want to hear from y'all. See what y'all got to say. See what y'all want. See what y'all think about, you know, the abortion laws. We want to hear y'all opinions on it too. So feel free to comment below.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video, you guys.
Share to all your friends, all your contacts.
We can't see you. Come in the camera so they can see you.
Share to all your friends, your contacts, probably your family. But if you don't want to, don't do it. And like and subscribe like my mom said.
Bye, you guys.